last but not the least, we've got, can I call them the home team? You, Mumba.
The Western heroes.
Season 2 champions, you, Mumba. What a great, they were the last team on the last match, the 132nd match to get that Q across the name, and boy, that was quite a sweat.
Well, I think they were favored to get in the playoffs anyway. So there was some mathematical possibility of them losing by over 40 points to not get in the playoffs. They're not going to lose by 40 points. Of course, they went on to win that final match as well, which will give them a lot of confidence because it was sort of neck and neck for a while. But they pulled away to about 7-8 points, was it? Win in the end. And I think they finished their campaign very well. I don't think they are leading title contenders for me, but more on that later.
And they've got a fabulous young raider, Ajit Chauhan, taken league by storm. He actually lives very close to the Balewadi Stadium. He's from here, from Pune, and he's really, I think he's just somehow
You mentioned home team, home star.
There you go. Ajit's been, I think, very integral addition to this team, along with, of course, Sunil Kumar's captaincy. I mean,
yeah, if you talk about just the offense, just the raiding, yes, Ajit's done very well, but I don't see another raider or two supporting him that much, and which is why they finished in 6th spot, barely made it to the playoffs. So offensively, they're not looking like a team that can go on to win the title. It may well be a situation where they've reached to the best level they can with the cast that they have. I mean, no disrespect, but you mentioned Ajit. I don't think they've got another one the same caliber. And if, God forbid, he has an off day, it's all over for them.
It's trouble. Yeah, Manjeet is there, but Manjeet hasn't really lived up to his expectations. So the sort of pressure falls on Ajit's shoulders. And yeah, like you said, one off day, it's trouble.
They're perhaps a better all-round unit in defense. Would that be correct?
Yes. The reunion of the most successful and the most popular defensive unit in Pro Kabaddi history, Sunil and Parvesh. I mean, you've got some fond memories of them, I'm pretty sure.
I do, yeah, which is why, what do you call them these days? The super duo. Parvesh, is one of those strange enigmas where he's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, and yet he's just in the action all the time and can raid also on occasion. And Sunil's done very well. I think, once again, that leadership that I talk about, he provides the team that, and he's done exceedingly well. I just don't think he has the same the access to the same width of personnel that other teams do. I mentioned Patna Pirates, so many options, and they can bring in anybody and they're just as good. Mumba, if their top 7 are not working, they might just, face a little bit of a problem because the drop from there is a little excessive. They have lots of youngsters. They depend on youngsters quite often. And I think that's been one of the hallmarks of what Mumba is all about. Maybe 1 or 2 older guys, but a lot of newer people. They really build their team very well. And we may call them, the team of the future. But this time around, I think they have a very steep mountain to climb if they are to win the title. But I have to congratulate them for making the final 6 because, as you said, it was very tight towards the end.
And they made it to the playoffs for the first time in 3 years.
Yeah, it's one of those strange things where, overall it's been a pretty good team over many seasons. But, that the whole title aspect has been something that has eluded them. And I can't figure it out for them, but maybe they need a couple more stars. They've depended very heavily on Iranians also in the past, and even now they have a wonderful coach in Ghulam. And I don't know what final ingredient is missing, but maybe next season. This time, I wouldn't call them the leading title contenders, but I, again, mean no disrespect. They're a fine unit. They run a very good franchise. And they do also, do a lot of junior development because Mumbai is such a fabulous Kabaddi territory. And despite being the Western heroes, it would be a bit of a shame for PKL Season 11 if they are to falter early. But if they can go all the way, can you imagine the excitement that will be generated in Pune, in Mumbai, in all over Maharashtra? So I wish them luck. I just, I hope I'm wrong. I don't think the title contender is number 1.